There we go. It looks like we are up and we are live. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. This is Jarrod, Alberich, the yard sale artist, here doing a Death Probe inks. I have some of these custom cut, about 5.5 by 7 from the 300 series of Bristol paper. I have a pretty good few stack of these, and I have this idea that I wanted to try. So this is the preliminary idea. I wanted to take a panel, sort of a random panel that I found in something that I'm reading, and do like I said, about 5.5 by 7 Strathmore paper sort of art card of it. I see a lot of people doing like cover recreations and stuff like that, which I think is neat. I'm quasi inspired by my friend Greg Murray, who's like the best cover recreation guy in the business. And I didn't want to just do what he was doing, but as I was reading some stuff, comics, just for fun lately, I thought, it'd be fun what am I going to do with this stack of cards that I have? And I said, you know what? I'm going to start, like, if a panel grabs me, if a particular panel grabs me, I'm going to do a card of it. So this is the test run. I've never done this before. And now I'm going to try it out. So here we are. Hope you all enjoy. Say hey in the chat and all that jazz. We'll have a little fun here. Hopefully, we'll see how this goes. Now, I have intentionally not revealed what particular comic this is from. I thought that would be fun. Hi, I want to say hey to Heinz in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, Heinz. You always make it more fun. I thought it'd be fun if maybe somebody watching today in the chat could guess what comic this is from. I mean, you can tell by the title that it's Enemy Ace. What comic specifically did I get it from? I thought that'd be a little bit fun. So I'm all ears, or eyes in this case, on the chat if anybody would like to make any guesses. I'm going to do my template work first. I like to get template work when I'm inking. I like to get template work out of the way kind of as quick as possible, because let's be honest, template work is, well, for me, it's a little bit, I don't know, I want to say stressful. Is stressful the right word? I don't know if stressful is the right word. Just, it's time consuming, can be a little bit tedious. So you got to use a lot of templates when you're doing like technical stuff. Like whoever's inking Iron Man probably has to use a lot of templates. So I think that's the only thing I'm going to need to use this template for. This is actually a German template, a French curve template that I'm using for those of you who are interested in the trade. I have a few different ones. I think my blue one, I think, is an American one. I think. Let me look. It's by Stettler. I don't know. I know that there are slightly different sizes, though. I know my I don't think these exactly match up. Yeah, this gray one is slightly larger than the blue one. I have a few different ones. Anyway, I should only need those 2 template lines to start with. And so my thought again is I wanted to take one panel, one moment, kind of blow it up and really pay attention to it. You know, when the creators are doing it, they're on a time budget and they're a little bit rushed. And I thought I'd pay a close attention to a panel that really sort of caught my eye. So that's kind of what we're going to do here today. I'm going to be doing a lot of my basic inking. And when I say basic inking, that means I'm going to use the Sharpie no bleed pen for a lot of my lines, because I just like the way it sets down a crisp, non-bleeding line. I'm going to use the Sharpie Extreme for the heavier portions of things. I like to use the extremes because they're much more fade resistant than a basic Sharpie. So, if you were to purchase this piece and put it on a wall or something like that, it would be a lot more resistant to sun fading. I almost exclusively purchase the Sharpie Extremes for that. And then I don't know that I'll need to do any bulk blacking, but I have a king size here, and there might be some fine work in there somewhere where I'll grab. Let me just grab a Micron. I'll grab a Micron 2 just in case I need it. So that's my pen selection. And then my other thing is I'm a big fan of doing black and white with one color enhancement. And so since in this scene, enemy Ace has been grazed by a bullet, I think, and he's got blood coming down. You can see it coming out from under his goggles. It'll be more apparent as I ink this thing. I'm thinking red. I might do a red background with the red blood coming from the goggles. That's my instinct. I reserve the right to change my mind as we go. So that's kind of what I'm up to. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the border. I'm going to do the border in the Sharpie Extreme. I'm going to let this one be a bit of a thicker line, and just because it'll be a little thicker than it was in the original comic book appearance, but I want the border to this piece to kind of be a little more solid. Again, this is all experimental, so I'm listening to any thoughts you have in the chat. If you like this idea, is this something that, you know, if you saw a guy like me at a convention selling these pieces, would that be of interest to you? Sort of the single panel focus pieces. Do you think that's neat? Do you think it's dumb? I'm listening. I will take any feedback you have. If you do like it, what would you think the price point would be? All stuff I'd be interested to hear. Again, this is very first-timey experimental for me, so yeah, I'm open. I'm open to your thoughts. So right now I'm going to use my thicker Sharpie Extreme to get the border down. What I like about this is there's so much, you know, you can do with this, I think. I mean, there's so many panels out there. And I don't, you know, they don't even have to be like famous panels to me. Like, I just was reading along and I saw this one and I thought, man, that's a cool panel. It's just a really cool panel. And so I thought, yeah, why not? Why not go ahead and use this one as my initial foray into this? Give it a shot, see if I like it. So that's what we're up to today. Just a new idea that I had that I wanted to play with. And again, anybody out there who's been watching or listening, come on into the chat, say hello, give me your thoughts on what you would think. Ask any questions you'd like. I'm very interested in your inputs. Yep, that's what we're doing today. And I was just going to do this kind of on my own here in my studio. I was chilling, listening to some 80s synth music, which is what I do, you know, most of the time when you don't see me. I'm listening to 80s synth music. And I thought, you know what, I'll go live with this. I know this is the first time. It's my first time trying it, so this, you know, could go horribly awry for all I know. But I thought, yeah, why not let some folks stop by, let me know what they think of the idea, all that kind of jazz. So, yeah, why not? Just laying down some inks. I'm going to change the original piece just a little bit for my one color thing. There was a lot of cross-line shading in this space, but again, my intent is to do these in black and white and then add one color to it. And so I want to fill that in. I'm going to fill that in with red. I do believe. Again, I might change my mind on that in a little bit. But that's one of the very few alterations. Other than that, I was pretty loyal to the original artwork on this one. That's probably the only significant change I'm going to do to the whole piece. We are coming along. Again, I see I got a good handful of people out there watching. I appreciate y'all. You're more than welcome to come in and say hey in the chat and give me your thoughts on this idea. If you're a Comic-Con going kind of person, would an original art card like this be something you would be interested in? I would love to know, because I might do a bunch of these and make them available at my table at the cons. Maybe put them on my website. I don't know. Just an idea I had kicking around in my head. I thought, we're home. A lot of folks are home for the holidays right now. Why not toss it up on the live stream, see what people think? You're also welcome to come into the chat just to chat about, whatever. You can just say, hey, and tell me what you're up to today, what's for dinner, and all that stuff. I had some enchiladas a little while ago that were quite good. So far, this is pretty fun, at least from the artist's point of view. I'm having fun with it, so that's good. It's always kind of fun when you have a new idea and you're like, ooh, I'm so excited to try it. So here we are trying out the new idea. All right, now in the original, this is got a bit of a heavier line underneath this insignia. So I'm going to bring that out a bit, add some line weight to it. It's almost like I get to ink a piece. I don't want to give away too much, just in case anybody in the chat wants to guess of what specific comic book this is from. I don't want to tell you what year it's from or anything, but it's like being able to ink an art piece of days gone by and kind of get to do it in my style. And more importantly, again, I'm just I'm really focusing on one panel. So as a guy who's inked full comics before, to me it's a lot of fun to focus on one panel. Like, I'm going to do this panel as good as I can. You don't get that luxury when you're when you're inking a giant 22 48 page book. Hey Scott, welcome to the chat. He's got some ideas talking about woodcuts of my prints with a 3D printer. A lot of folks who might not be into original art be interested in stuff like that. You know what? You're not far off. I've dabbled with, and I have the tools for, Scott. I have wood burning tools, and I thought about doing my art as a wood burn, so we're not too far off on that. And I also am not great with 3D with 3D printers either, my friend. But I value your input. I really do. I've definitely learned over the years. I really value the input of the customers, the clients, my friends, like you, Scott. So yeah, man, I appreciate it. Just the fact that you're putting thought into, my success it means a lot, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah. I just find the concept, by the way, of enemy ace, this guy that I'm drawing one panel of, I think it's a fascinating concept that this pretty successful war comic character was developed, and he's German. He's World War I German pilot, and it's so quote unquote the bad guy side of the war, of course. That they would do stories about him, and man, they're good. They're good. It's just you wouldn't expect it. It's almost like it was the old TV show, was that like Hogan's Heroes, like, hey, let's make a comedy about being in a prisoner of war camp. It's just such a weird concept that somehow worked. So I kind of feel the same way about Enemy Ace. So like, what a weird concept. Like I can't believe it got greenlit, but it made for some great art and some great stories. So yeah, you never know. Trying to smooth that line out. I've invited a couple other folks. This was very last minute. I decided to do this like about 10 minutes before I went live. So I invited a couple of my art friends to join. So if we get one of my buddies to show up, that would be fun as well. But no promises. But yeah, definitely from an inker's point of view, this is fun to just really zoom in on and pay attention to a kind of a micro moment, a single panel from a comic. Yeah, this is fun. I'm not gonna lie. So step one is accomplished in that, is it fun for me to do? That's a legitimate question that I have for any project I'm doing. Is this fun? Really trying to bold this line up a little bit. And yeah, it checks that box. There we go. I'm just now realizing that Enemy Ace has a very Hawkeye-like mask. I don't know if it counts as a mask, really. I guess it does. I mean, it's not to protect his identity. I mean, he only wears it when he's flying. He just has like really cool goggles style, But yeah, the fun factor is certainly here. And that's important. So check one. It is fun. That is important. Doc Strange, you are more than welcome to join on this live stream if you would like me to send you a link. You can come on in and chat if you would like to. If you want to, just say so in the chat, my friend, and I will send you a link. But I appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Hey, Rick, I see you in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, Rick. Anybody out there? I got a few folks in the chat, which is always nice. Rick, you just say you want a link, and you can. Everybody's busting my chops in the chat about not having a link to come in here and hang out. Anybody, you are on the inside track. If you want a link, I will send you one. We can chat it up while I ink this here. Enemy ace, not a problem. Just say the word. Man, I didn't realize people were going to come after me about this link. Oh, Scott says he's always been fascinated by the art process. I've never been artistically inclined. Actually, oh, I got to put that up so I can track it. Randomly, his mother informed him that as a little kid, there's more to the story. He was left-handed. The nuns at his Catholic preschool corrected him to be right-handed. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's gonna be confusing the brain. So you just okay. All right, Rick. I'll send you a link, Rick, if you want to come in. I can never tell if Rick is busting my chops or not, but I'm gonna email him, my buddy Rick, a link. It's hard to do with my keyboard way over here. There it is. Hopefully, I remember one time I sent him his email was one letter off. There, I sent it right. Hopefully, I didn't send it that wrong one where I'm one letter off. If you really, want to come in and join, you can. And if not, no hard feelings, buddy. But yeah, Scott, man, finding out that you've sort of been using your quote unquote wrong hand your whole life is that's interesting. I didn't do a good justice of reading his comment on the air, but essentially, yeah, Scott was saying that he's found art to be challenging, but then he recently discovered that I think he was sort of left-hand dominant as a baby, but when he went to school, they kind of retrained his brain and sent him on a right-handed path, which, yeah, that would definitely mess with you. Hey, Doc Strange is asking about my fitness journey. It's going good, man. It's going good. I'm doing a lot of running almost every day. I didn't go yesterday. I tend to not go on Sundays, and the temperature is rapidly dropping today where I live. So I'm finding it difficult to get motivated to go today. I'm not saying I won't, though. I might bundle up and get out there after I finish this stream, to be honest with you. But yeah, over the last year, I've lost about 35, 40 pounds. Well, I'm sorry I'm not helping you be productive today, Scott, but I do appreciate you stopping by, man. I'm kind of the same way. I sit down, I'm like, I'm just going to watch a quick YouTube video here while I have my breakfast or whatever, and I'm going to get productive today. And then next thing you know, I'm like, hour 6 of this history of Tomb Raider video game series. Yeah, I know how it goes, man. I know how it goes. I got a lot of tiny detail work I got to go around on these little blips right here, and then I can come in with my Sharpie Extreme, the fade resistant Sharpie. Mm-hmm. And as usual, if you see me working on here, most of the time the things you see me working for, unless I unless I'm like, hey, this is for a project I'm working on, or this is a commission. This one is just for fun. So if anybody wants to call dibs on this piece, I'll make you a good deal. I usually do a cheaper deal during the live stream just because, I like to help the people that came to support and hang out. So if you know anybody who's a War Comics fan, you feel like you need this piece for, you let me know. We'll cut you a deal. But so far, this test is going, I think it's going well. I like doing this. I like really just spending time with a panel. You just don't ever really get to do that. And like I kind of said earlier, it's like the fun part is too, it doesn't even have to be, to me anyway, for it to be fun, it doesn't even have to be a famous panel. It can just be sort of interesting by the way of its layout. It can be, that kind of cool. I see, Rick, I see you sort of in. It says your devices aren't connected, which means your mic and camera might be giving you issues. I'll keep an eye on that down there and see if sometimes if you haven't been on in a while, it'll give you some grief. Not uncommon. You may have to go in to adjust your StreamYard settings, or worse still, you go into your computer and remind it of what your microphone and your camera is. We've all been there. But I do see you there, and it does just say device is not connected for now. See what we got going. I'm gonna put my headset on just in case you can hear him. Rick, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm still having little problems.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the wait for a minute. Let's see if we can't fix that. All right, I still have Rick backstage as he troubleshoots. You live in that Jason lifestyle. I know it's not for everybody. If I had really been thinking, I would have got my Joe November playlist up. We'd be listening to some Joe November tunes while I do this. I have to remember that maybe for next time. It's been a while since I've done. I'm out of practice. Your boy is out of practice. Let's see. I got to catch up with the chat too. Scott says he's confused about inks. Oh, no, I read that one already. Doc says, I have a couple of Joe Kubert Enemy Ace comics. They are sublime. That I agree with you, Doc. War comics in general is sort of a genre that I've always, I kind of liked it, but it kind of got past me. Jason and I had some as kids laying around the house, and I liked them, but I didn't dig like deeply into war comics. And it's only really through my friendship with Kirk, who is, the biggest war comics fan I know, that I really got into war comics in the recent years. And yeah, I'm really discovering that they are very entertaining. I like that they're generally episodic, so they're not super demanding. So they're a good thing to sort of read between massive storylines. The art in them is perhaps unmatched. Oh, I think I got Rick. Let me add Rick. There he is. Hey, man. I'm hoping Rick can hear me. Rick, can you hear me? I can see him, but I can't.
Okay. Can you hear me?
And I can hear him, but I don't know if he can hear me. It doesn't look like it. He may figure it out.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the speaker to work for me. My hearing to work for me.
my mic sounds nice. Check 1, check 2. While we work on getting him in, for those of you watching, that's my buddy Rick from Jeff and Rick Present. They do a podcast on the Power Pack, unpacking the power of the Power Pack, because the Power Pack don't stop. So if you like the Power Pack, they might have what you're looking for. And he's messing with the technical. I wonder if I can. Yeah, there we go. That way you guys can still see the drawing pretty well. And we can see when we get Rick in. Let's see. Scott. Comic books seem to have a weird thing about old Nazi characters. Enemy A, Swarm, Baron von Blitz, Krieg, Red Skull, etc. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if you think about it with the creators of the time. You know, there's a lot of 70s creators. So they're guys that sort of grew up in that era. And so, I mean, you write what you know, you write what you see, right? So in a sense that certainly makes sense. And I mean, they do make for
I am sorry, I can't hear you. You probably can hear me. This is so much fun.
Oh, it's too bad. Yeah, I don't know. That's all right. Unfortunately, I don't know that our tech is going to allow us to get to chat with Rick much. He's trying. And but yeah. Put that back that way. Doc says you met Rick at Baltimore this past October. He's a nice dude. Let's not go too far. All right. He is a good dude. I always enjoy my time with Rick. He did a show on Longbox for about a year and a half. He did monthly Monday movie Muckabout, which was kind of fun, where he took, and the episodes are still out there, where he took people who had never seen sort of big famous movies and, you know, had to watch it, and they talked about it. It was pretty cool. Let's see. You hear me now, bud?
I can hear you now.
There we go. All right. We did it, everyone. We did it.
Fantastic. How you doing, my friend?
All right. Just chilling out on this, you know, the holiday season, that dead time between Christmas and New Year. What's up with you?
I am visiting family over in Maryland and just having a wonderful time.
All right. So you went to the other coast from where you normally reside.
Yeah. So I'm just having a nice time over here. We're having some good time with family. My daughter and her 2 cousins are having a good time playing together, and we're eating a lot of good food. And it's great too, because they're in the other room listening to me do this, and so that's fun.
Oh, nice.
And they're laughing at me.
Well, hello, kids.
Jarrod says hello. So I am going to, while you are doing that, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to try to bake.
What are you baking?
I'm baking a pie.
Oh, my goodness.
And my sister-in-law just came back in from doing a walk, and she's giving me a very strange look because she doesn't know what I'm doing. It looks like I'm talking into her medicine cabinet. That's what it looks like.
I use context clues.
Say hello to the penicillin for me.
We say hello. Oh, and then let's hear. There's Carrie.
Hello.
She says hello.
Yes.
So yes, we are going to be making an apple pie.
All right. Only here on the Longbox Crusade do you get art, inking, and baking all at the same time.
All at the same time.
So if you need baking ideas, now's the time to get in the chat with Rick.
It's really cold.
And hey, Jim stopped by. Jim the Joe Junkie's in the chat now. Hey, Jim. And Doc Strange, you ask a good question. How much for this sketch? And that is a fine looking question, man.
What are you sketching, by the way? I'm looking at this on a phone, so I can't really tell.
Ah, yes. This is an experiment, and I will get to your answer momentarily, Doc. I assure you. I'm taking one panel from a book that I was reading I thought was particularly good, and just doing it on sort of a 5x7 Bristol paper card. And this is from Enemy Ace, the World War I. He's printed in a lot of World War II comics, that Marvel and DC were doing in the 70s. But I don't know if you know. I don't mean to talk down to you if you know a lot about Enemy Ace, but like it's an odd comic because it's actually about it's called Enemy Ace because it's about a German pilot in World War I. He's like the center of it, and like he's an honorable dude, and you follow his story, which I was mentioning earlier. I think it's to me it's almost like it's in the same thing as like Hogan's Heroes. Like someone approved this. Someone approved the World War I German pilot as the hero story, kind of like Hogan's Heroes. Like, hey, it's a prison camp. It'll be hilarious, But like somehow it kind of works, and they make for good comics.
No, that sounds like a good premise for a comic. I like that.
It is, and they're usually just little filler things. And by the way, the challenge continues in the chat. If anyone can guess what actual issue this is from, you win respect points.
Stick of butter.
It is not from a stick of butter, but it's a good guess.
No, sorry.
No, that's all right. But back to Billy's question, I was asking earlier. I think before you got on, I'd be interested in. Because this is my first one of these. What, Billy? What would you think is a square and fair price? And we can have this discussion here because this is the first time for me. My original book page sketches I usually sell for about $40, and I feel like that's about the same amount of effort. Now, as per my usual, if anybody's interested in picking this up and want to call dibs on it on the live stream. I always do a better price than that. Like
I think $20 to $40 probably is in the right range, depending on how much work you're going to do. If you're just going to be doing the ink side of it, I probably would say probably in that $40 to $50 range. Yeah.
So I appreciate
that's my guess.
And you're more than welcome in the chat as well to sound off of what you think. Especially if you're a convention goer. Just a little original piece. Again, it's 5.5 by 7. It's on nice Bristol paper. In fact, if you want some, what's the word? Not prestige. There's a word that starts with P that's escaping me. It'll come to me. Somebody in the chat will help me. I almost had it. Anyway, like the paper, it's custom cut from a larger binder. Like you can see how this is cut out. And it was sent to me by John Beatty. He sent me a bunch of those a while back, and so a provenance might be the word I'm looking for.
Provenance.
But yeah, this is. But anyway, back to the topic at hand for Billy in the chat. Who offered me 2 bits? I might take it, Billy. You never know. No, I think if I was to put this out on my table at a convention, I would probably put. Oh God! Let me see how long the live stream takes, because I figure my price per hour. Yeah, I would probly attempt to save a $40 on this. But if you're interested and you're in the live stream and you want this, we can easily do $30.
Okay, thank you.
But no pressure, anybody. I know that most of y'all in the chat are my friends and stuff. So.
Well, you mentioned John Beatty, and then you mentioned friends. I'm confused.
Yeah, right. I know.
I'm sorry. That was mean. It's an ongoing joke with John Beatty and me. And when we see each other at a con, we have to send something nasty to you.
Something hurtful every time.
Yeah.
It's fun for most of the parties involved.
We do it because we like you.
I know. John's been cranking out a lot of work lately. Y'all check out John Beatty, especially he's been posting a lot on Instagram. He might be doing it other places too, but I've just seen it a lot on Instagram. But he's been cranking out a lot of stuff. He's been doing sketch cards and all kinds of stuff lately. So yeah, if you're interested in that, go check out John's page. Yes, Doc Strange. If you want it, I like he said $35 price point. I think that's good. If you're interested in acquiring it at that price point, it's as good as yours, buddy. And if not, if that's just a suggestion, don't feel boxed in. I don't want anybody to ever feel boxed in over here on my channel.
The bidding shall start at $35. I hear $35. $35. Do I hear $40? $40.
That's what Rick doing. You should be doing this and baking a pie all at the same time.
I'm trying to. It's not working well.
All right, looks like the dibs have been called, and it is going to Doc Strange. I appreciate that, dude. I'm glad you think enough of this piece to want it. So thank you. Very cool.
First we take a half stick of, well, it's here. Yes, half stick of butter and half stick of lard, and we are going to start off our pie that way.
Hey, everybody writing this down in the chat? You got to learn how to bake a pie while you're here. We give you everything at the Longbox, man.
I do my own pie crust, so that's vitally important.
So he's doing his own crust, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I haven't even started the filling yet.
He's doing his own crust.
I'm real here, keeping it real. Yes, I use half cup butter, half cup shortening. Cut them up into nice little pieces. You don't need to use any ink to do that. No, you don't. In fact, it's recommended that you do not use ink.
You probably want to avoid it in this case. This is surprisingly fun.
What, having me here?
Yes. No, just doing this, but having you here is nice as well. Jim Meal just asked me how many VHS tapes it would take to acquire a piece of this. He knows me. The man knows me.
Well, it depends. How many VHS tapes is that number can vary. How many Bond VHS tapes? Now we're talking real money.
Yeah, we are. And he's got some for me. I'm going to be seeing Jim in just a couple weeks in Kentucky for Winterfest. Any Joe people that are going to be in and around Kentucky, I want to say it's around the 24th of January. Come on out. Come hang out with me and Jim.
I will not be making it out to Kentucky. I'm trying to limit some of my traveling now.
Well, you do travel a lot, but you just got done with the big one.
I do. I got done with doing all 50 states, so I'm going to back off a little bit now.
Understood. What's the latest? Let's plug some stuff for you. What's the latest power pack? What's going on there?
Well, we are just finishing up covering the Young Avengers, the second run of Young Avengers, and we are going to do one issue, the last issue of Avengers Academy, because Julie Power shows up there.
Oh.
Following that, I think we are going back to Fantastic Four and covering some Fantastic Four runs, because Alex Power shows up in there for a bit, and we are working our way towards our Secret Wars 3 coverage.
Oh my goodness. It's like it don't stop.
No, we don't. Because when you're unpacking the power of Power Pack, it don't stop.
You don't stop. That's what I heard.
No, we actually we enjoy this covering any comic the Power Pack comes in, because we cover a lot of fun, interesting comics. And we've actually had some people. We've had some people say that, hey, thank you for covering this comic. I was interested in it, and it's really neat to be able to hear you guys talk about it, and I'm interested in it now, and I think I'm going to pick it up. So there we go.
That's cool. Is there like something that helps you, like an online database that tracks every appearance, or is that something that you guys kind of have to suss out on your own?
I did a lot of looking for where they've appeared in which different comics, and I used Fandom. That was a good place.
Yeah, that would be
Fandom Marvel Comics. That helped out a lot. And then now, as new comics come out, I have a lot of people that will text me and say, "Hey, have you checked out the new Spider-Man Holiday Special?" Power Pack's there, so yeah.
Oh, it is always cool when it comes from the fans. That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Very cool.
No, I didn't. I didn't tell you about it. I can leave anytime I want to.
That's right.
He's just. I'm explaining to people exactly what I'm doing.
Like, what the hell are you doing?
They're all kind of. I'm getting an evil eye.
Oh my goodness. Tell them that you're doing fancy stuff with your fancy friends.
I've been told I'm doing fancy stuff with my fancy friends. So Jarrod Alberich is doing a live stream right now, and he is doing some artwork while he's doing a live stream, and so I'm keeping him company.
That's right.
Oh, definitely talk away. No, talk away.
It's the.
You don't mind
the
if there's a little. You don't mind if there's a little over talking and all, do you? Right?
Nope. As long as they keep it clean.
Carrie, my lovely 15-year-old daughter, keep it clean. No dirty jokes.
Did you say 15?
15.
That's not right.
I know it's not right.
You know what else is 15?
Okay.
I don't know what's going with that.
She just ran for a joke. Didn't work.
I was trying to like make it sound like I was gonna say something inappropriate, but I couldn't. So yeah.
She was going for inappropriate and she missed.
Well, that happens a lot on our network, so that's all right. Ask Jason about it. He knows.
Karen, do you want to take a shower when I do that? I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah, your brother Jason is a very great guy. He's a very wonderful guy, and he is. I haven't stopped by to see him lately. I need to.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay.
No, he's the best, man. I love my brother Jason tremendously. Always a good brother. I mean, I'm into this whole comics thing because of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is a very good guy. Like, he has always been very kind to us when we've shown up on his doorstep to say hi. And
well, he's got a new doorstep now.
Oh, he has moved, huh?
He has moved. Now
did he take the cats with him?
Yes, yes. Now that he's married, he's moved in with his new bride. They have like a kind of like me with the building out back. They have like a building, and that's become the cat hotel. So,
that's a lot of cats in that cat hotel.
Yeah, just for the listeners and viewers, I think my brother has 6 or 7 cats. That's a lot of cats. It's a lot of cats.
Flower. Yes, I have moved on to. I've cut up all of the shortening and butter, and now I'm into the flour part. See, here is all the.
Look at that, folks! It's all coming together. Oh,
all coming together. There you go. All right, right there.
It's on pie duty.
Pie duty.
Like it was very nice of Billy to purchase this experimental piece for me on the live stream. Are you selling the apple pie on the live?
That would be a negative.
Have a lot of disappointment on your end.
There would be fights on this end. Yes,
I understand. I purchased a buttermilk pie today at the grocery store. And it is fantastic. I gotta tell y'all. That buttermilk pie is all right. I'm just about done with this one.
What else did you do today in your neck of the woods, sir?
Man, every Monday I do what's called the Monday run.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes going to Goodwill. Well, let me back up. Most time I pick up my parents. I take them with me. We go to Goodwill, and then we go to the grocery store. Actually, back up. We go to Goodwill, then we go get some brunch.
Brunch.
Because we're usually done at Goodwill around 10:30. We go get something to eat. Because it's always a good idea to eat before you grocery shop.
Yeah.
And then we went grocery shopping. Then I took them home. Came back to my place, put the groceries away. And honestly, there was a fair amount of napping involved.
Nice. Napping is good.
And I was just ensconced. I was just like chilling out, watching like YouTube videos in my bed. And I was like, I gotta get up and be productive. And I'd had this idea on my mind of doing these cards of like focusing on one panel. I thought, just do it. Just make yourself get up and do it. And then for me, like the best way to hold myself accountable is to do a live stream. Like do it and let other people watch so you don't quit.
Yeah.
But then that raises the stakes though, because if I mess up and I'm alone, I can just let the expletives fly. On the live stream, I have to be a professional, which I am almost done here.
Wait. A what?
I threw the word around loosely. I apologize.
I'm so glad you've got a good sense of humor, sir. I really am.
It's fair to Midland. Let's see.
We are visiting in visiting in Maryland, and so I took my brother-in-law, my daughter, and my daughter's two cousins, and the five of us went up to Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, and we walked around that historic town and had ourselves a fine day.
Sounds
Very
nice.
beautiful weather. Yeah, it was nice sunny weather. A little cool, a little windy, but bearable, not too bad. And saw a lot of nice things. Got in a little bit of geocaching, very important.
Very important.
And very important. And we had ourselves a wonderful little time.
Nice.
Would have been better if we didn't hit traffic on the way back, but that's okay.
I have a question for Doc Strange. Billy, if you are still listening and in the chat, since you have dibsed this piece, do you prefer it to leave the pencil mark where you can see, or go over with the eraser to have it as clean as possible? Do you like to see the pencil marks underneath, or do you want me to go over eraser and kind of just be left with ink at the end of the day? Your preference. Some people like it one, some like the other. I'm going to add my one color. Since he is bleeding from inside his goggles in here, it will be red.
While you're doing that pie update, I have finished mixing our dry ingredients: the flour, the salt, the sugar. I like a lot of sugar in my pie crust because that's the way I roll. And I have mixed all together. You betcha. And I don't have diabetes yet, so
he said yet.
So now I am mixing the dry ingredients with my butter and shortening, and I'm making like a nice little fork here, and I'm trying to make nice little pea-sized drops to get this all nice mixed together. And then I'm going to pour in very gently cold water.
Are you working from a recipe, or is this something that's sort of on your regular rotation?
This is a recipe that I got a long time ago, and I have tweaked here and there, and I have made it work for me. Okay. And I usually double the recipe. So even though I got it set as a single, I should really change it, because I always double it, because I don't like to be making a pie and like, hey, I don't have enough pie crust for the top.
I understand. I am very similar. I'd rather have too much than not enough.
You betcha. So I got this with a filling for blueberries from and this is the geek side, a recipe from the Dragon Lover's Guide to Pern.
Well, as one does.
I am not joking. I was a big time fan of Anne McCaffrey's books. I bought that, and I was like, hey, that's a recipe to make pies, blueberry pies, and crust. I'm going to follow that. And I did, tweaked it over time, and here we are today.
Nice. Speaking of nice, I think I've just about polished this, and I do see your message, Billy. Leave it as is. I got you. I see I've gotten a couple in the private chat. Oh, that's you. That's you in the private chat. Got you. All right. So there is quasi-finished piece. I am going to go to the I'm going to try to find a Micron 8 is my favorite to sign with. So I will sign the piece. And I will also put the credit on it for who it's after and all that jazz.
So one thing about making pie crust is you should have cold water, and that's your last step of mixing it together. And you should be very sparing, and you're mixing your cold water in. Try to have that cold water as cold as possible. And mix it in slowly, and you don't want to have it too wet. If you have a little bit of cold water left over, that's okay. You don't want your dough to be too wet.
I did not know all this. I'm learning. Okay. Now I'm going to put the information on here. This is...
We're a full service network over here on the Longbox Crusade.
Yeah, we're not messing around, man.
We don't mess around. You learn how to ink and bake.
That's right.
And you even learn a little bit about Robotech.
It's all here. All right. I've added that this is from Men of War number 2, September 1977. It was written by Robert Kaniger. I'm not sure how he pronounces that. I bet Kirk Spencer knows. And the art is by Ed Davis and Juan Ortiz. And I'm going to grab my copy real quick. I don't know off the top of my head who their letterer was. And since I use his work as well, I need to credit that man.
Credit where credit is due.
That's right. Now, you do a recreation and you don't credit it, man. The internet comes after you.
Wait a second. I have to look up who actually wrote the Dragon Lover's Guide to Pern and credit that. Dang it!
Whoever wrote the recipe.
And my hands are all covered with dough. This isn't going to work.
No. It doesn't have a credit for a letterer. So, Lord, you guys have it here. I tried. So I've got
did you just call it your HR?
That's right. That's right. Laurel. We'll try to make this look kind of cool. Just for Billy, because he deserves things that are cool. And this is how you know I love you, Billy. I don't like templates and rulers and stuff, but I'm using one right now just for you. Kind of cool. All right, so this is really helping me out because, again, this is my first one I've ever done of these. Picking a panel, focusing on it heavily, giving it a one-color enhancement. And so you're helping me with format. So I've written down here, it's from Men of War number 2, September 1977 by Robert Kaniger, Ed Davis, and Juan Ortiz. There we go. Oh, I want to say hey to Serpy Matt, who found his way into the chat. And he said he likes the red. And he just got in from taking Serpy Matt does daily toy picks over on Instagram, I think. Yeah, Instagram. I've seen him over there. So you can check him out. Look at his toy picks. I look forward to seeing that. And Doc Strange sent me a message and the payment for this item. Thank you, Doc. Really appreciate it. And he says it's pronounced Kaniger. Kaniger. So, thank you for the support, Doc, and everybody who's stopped by, especially Rick, who's making pies. This was a full-blown experiment, and I'm calling it a success. I may do more of these, especially since the first one sold before the live stream ended. But that means
I may not be back.
You never know. Now, Billy, this means you have to purchase them all from now on. Remember when I said you're not boxed in on my live streams? Lies.
You're boxed in.
Lies and propaganda.
This is binding. This is a contract. You showing up is a binding contractual obligation.
Yes, it is. You guys are the best. I will probably wind this. I'm gonna do a little polish on this, then we'll wind down this live stream. We'll let Rick get back to his life.
I will go ahead and say this here. I got my dough started there.
Hang on, putting on the big screen. There's the dough.
There's the dough. So there we go. I'm ready to start rolling it out.
Oh man. Doc Strange says that Mrs. Strange will not allow him to purchase them all. Scott says it's the pies that bind. He's combining the two things together. The pies that bind. I love it. Okay. That sounds like a
good send off line right there.
Yes. This has been a fun live stream. I'm considering this a successful experiment. Thank you to everybody who stopped by, especially Rick. For those of you, man, we got a fair amount of people watching. We got like 40 people watching. So thanks, guys. Check out www.unpackingthepowerpies of Power Pie.
All right.
No, it's not a real
you can check out my show, Unpacking the Power of Power Pack, and I host that with my buddy Jeff, who does not make pies, but he does make the most delicious cookies in the world. But you can never find it because he's never there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, do check out Unpacking the Power Pack for all your Power Pack needs in podcasting. There's a lot of P's, but they love alliteration on the show, so that's cool.
And we like pies.
And pies. And I'll probably be back with another one of these because I have a good stack of these cards over here. So I'll probably be doing more of these. Thank you, Doc Strange, for being the initial supporter of this financially. And thank you to everybody who stopped by just to chat. That's fantastic. You guys are the best. And make sure you check out everything around the Longbox Crusade network. We have a whole host of podcasts. We do live streams like this, all kinds of stuff. So check out Longbox Crusade while you're out there. And from Jarrod and Rick at Pi headquarters, act froze, I guess. Bye, everyone. Thank you.